Arena Breakout Season 5 has 4 new guns for us to play with and a few very important balance changes. I have a breakdown of everything here and even some builds for you to use. Let's get started with those new Season 5 guns. First up is the RPD. This thing is a bit of a monster, it uses 7.62 by 39 ammo. The RPD has a pretty high recoil as you would expect, but it is very controllable with bursts. It appears this gun does only have the option of 100 round magazines, so you're going to have to bear that in mind with your rig choice. The RPD uses the new bipod attachment. This will increase firepower when it is active. You activate it using the same button as you use to rechamber the DP12 shotgun. In theory, the recoil boost on the bipod is only active when the bipod is active, so bear that in mind. I've put together a build that should work very well, although we don't seem to have a lot of options. If you don't want to run the bipod, I would recommend a tilt grip to help with the overall recoil. Choice of sight is obviously a user preference. Next up we have the M249. This uses 5.56 by 45 ammo, so with the AP ammo coming back next season, you're really going to use that, as the A1 was not fun with it. This thing has pretty low recoil compared to the RPD and comes with the option of 50 to 100 round mags. I really enjoyed this gun, although without using M995 I am looking forward to the AP ammo returning. The M249 has more build options than the RPD and I have put this build together. It does have a really high rate of fire, so I would strongly consider the 100 round magazines for it. Now for the new assault rifles, and we kick off with the MCX. The MCX uses 5.56 by 45 ammo as well, so this is another one to use with the AP ammo. Although A1 did not really feel that bad with it. This is classified as an AR, but with a low range it feels more like an SMG. At the moment there are no barrel options, but it is possible there would be one in the future as the real life gun has one. You have the normal AR mags with this gun, and it is best used up close. If you're going to use it at any sort of distance, headshots are going to be very important. As a contact weapon, most of the mods should be free of coing costs, so we may as well max out the build for this thing. I'm really looking forward to pushing this out on port. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Lastly, for the new guns, we have the AK12. This is an amazing gun and is set to be my favourite in Season 5. The AK12 uses a 5.45 by 39 ammo, so we'll utilise the new BT contact ammo coming this season. The AK12 has 3 firing modes: full auto, semi-auto and a 3-round burst. The 3-round burst has a very short delay between bursts and is very strong, well worth trying out. This gun also totally beams, making it an amazing assault rifle. This build should work very well for you, and the 4x is absolutely perfect with this gun. As this is slated to be another contact weapon, most of the attachments will be free of coing cost. Onto the balance changes, and first up we have the AM94. This gun has received a massive 10-point accuracy buff this season, and you can really feel it. The 2-round burst has also received a buff to its accuracy, although this mode is not really that very good to use unless you're trying to use the gun like an SKS. It has been reported that the RPK has received the same buff, but as this point of the beta, it can't be seen, so I'm not sure. Watch this space on that one. This build I have used for the AM94 before and works very well and won't break the bank. I would definitely suggest giving this gun another try when the servers come up, especially with that new BT ammo when you have it unlocked. Next up is the big news on the buffs, the VSS. This thing has received what can only be described as a massive buff to its recoil control. Compared to Global, this thing actually seems to beam now. If you like the current VSS, you're really going to love this buff. Here's a simple enough build to use. I would definitely splurge on the 50 round mags, at least one of them, because this thing spits out ammo really quickly. I found using a 1-time sight was better, but a 2.5 to 5-time sight is also very viable. Now we have the M14. I've always had a hate-hate relationship with this gun, although some people like it. Well, the devs have seen fit to give it a rate of fire and ergonomics nerf. It isn't heavy, not really noticeable, but you can see from the gameplay here, this gun really sucks for me. Here's a build that you can use if you're feeling masochistic enough, and I hope you have a lot more luck with it than I did. Onto the attachments and ammo changes now. A number of leg meta ammos have been nerfed. Damage has been reduced slightly, and the accuracy bonus given by the ammo has been nerfed heavily. Accuracy when you're going for the legs doesn't seem to matter as much, but I tested the accuracy with bot headshots, and the nerf can really be felt, as you can see in the gameplay. The purpose is clearly to ruin any sort of decent range leg meta. Although it's still very durable, the nerf can be felt. Please note that the LRN ammo that you can use with like the QC61 did not receive a nerf here, so that's still a very viable ammo now. For the attachments, the T03 assault rifle has received a new stock. This looks to be a pricey one, but has some nice stats on it. Could be worth looking at. The T951 has received some new handles with various stats and also has a dedicated scope to use. The scope looks pretty nice and is not set to be too expensive, so it could be pretty nice. The MAC10 and Uzi have received 50-round magazines this season. For the MAC10, this feels like pretty big news, as I've always felt that gun has been wrongfully ignored. Will you give it a try this season now? We also have the new M1 red dot sight. This thing is really nice, has a very clear view, and I think it's going to take over the simple red dot sight. We're going to be well worth giving this a try when global hits. On the beta server, we also have a new scope for the BM59. The scope is not actually available to use, but it shows up in the Gunsmith. Know that this has happened before with the NIT thermal scope, and the stat scope did not actually make it to the global server. It did come the following season. Will be worth checking when the season goes live. Well, I hope you found this useful. If you did, please give the video a like, and you'll find even more changes for Season 5 in the video on the screen now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.